Hello, xQC. This is Adept's lawyer. Sending this message to you to remind you that the McLaren isn't yours, bucko. Also, your last 3 relationships with women didn't work out. Maybe try some of those femboys you like so much instead. Get the
People saw something and are now speculating about what it means, and the problem is that they don't understand how these things work whatsoever. I will tell you with 100% confidence, I am not married. I was never married, and honestly, like everybody that's been watching the stream for like 6 years, okay, know my exact mindset about this, that I would probably never get married for the rest of my life. Okay, it's not something that interests me. I think people do it out of like customs or whatever. I don't see any value in it. Okay, well, dude, what?
I cry and I pray and I beg.
All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look, we back. We are back. Let's go. I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate y'all coming back for part 2. We had about 1 million people in the chat, and then next thing you know, everything went dark, and it was really weird that it went dark because if you saw after the stream was canceled, right? You saw me chatting in the chat saying, hey, something's going on, guys. Something weird is going on. And anyway, we are here. We are back. We will not be silenced. I will not be silenced. I get it. Mr. Cow is silenced, but man, I'm bummed out. I am a little bit bummed out because I had a great show and I still got a great show. And we were just we didn't even get to her evidence yet. We did not get to her evidence yet. And next thing you know, stream cut out. Now, look, if it happened again, I don't know. Should I make the first stream private? That's an interesting question. Should I make that first stream private? Because what I've been noticing, they're watching the stream, bro. Yeah, you know, here's the thing, right? People be clipping my stream. They don't even tag me in it. They just clip it, upload it, boom. And I'm like, yo, can you at least tag me? They like, no, we're not going to tag you. I'm like, can you even just acknowledge that it's my clip? They're like, no, we're not going to do that. So it's like, should I strike the channel? Like, I don't want to be that guy who's like striking the channel, but like, Jesus, man, 165 watching right now. Still confused. Oh gosh. Okay, look, we will do a small miniature recap. We're going to go through everything quick. I'm just trying to wait until, you know, everything get back up. We got about, it looks like about 20,000 people watching right now. Something small, but we got to get back up to that 1 million mark. You know, we got to get back up to that 1 million. We had 1 million people in the chat. 1 million. That's between Twitch and YouTube. I can see the numbers. Let's see how many people we got on YouTube watching. We got 185,000 people watching. About 18,000 on YouTube right now. 196. We climbing up there. We getting up there because we will not be silenced.
Oh my God! This game
Yes,
sucks!
this game does suck. This streaming game does suck. It does. But, you know, I was wondering.
Guys, do you think if I go pee, someone's going to kill me?
You think so? Like, you think, like, if I go pee right now and I don't come back, it could be Sammy took the stream down. Look, somebody took the stream down. Let me get the banner back up there. Let me put some respect on my sponsor's name. Look, here's the topics. All right, sealing the records. She wants to seal the records because the number one juicer, you know, threatened her, or perceived threat. What are the other topics? The Canada trip. That 1 day in Canada is so pivotal. We didn't even get to why it was important. We did not get to why it was important because of the stream coming down. You know what I'm saying? The stream came down, and it's okay. It's okay. Reading deleted chats, Gigachad. Okay. Shout out to everyone who's watching offline. I seen a couple people like message me like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, hey, look, man, I'm some technical difficulties. I did call my internet service provider. You will be happy to know that there are no outages in my area. That's weird, right? Very odd. You would happy to know that my equipment is up to date. My equipment is up to date. We get to her saying that they were spouses to Delta. Okay. Eternal Journey says, hey, we got to the point where they were saying that they were spouses. All right. We gon' man, I was cooking too, guys. I was cooking. And I was just getting warmed up. And next thing you know, the rug came from up under me. Is RT still here? Because RT sent a super chat right as I was getting, my wings clipped. And I don't want the people who donate to the channel to be forgotten, or their message not be heard, or their voice not be heard, because that's what I'm all about, giving a voice to the voiceless. Okay, you saw how Johnny Depp didn't have a voice, and how that fared for him when he was in his UK trial. He lost. He couldn't say nothing. He really couldn't introduce evidence, and he was just blindsided, right? And in a roundabout way, Mr. Cow is getting blindsided by this. It's getting blindsided, no matter how you look at it. Hey, we were together, we were boyfriend and girlfriend, and now we're getting divorced. And you like, divorced? What do you mean we're getting divorced? We were boyfriend and we were legal roommates. We heard her say legal roommates. Common law relationship in Canada. None of this applied in Texas. Okay? Legal roommates, what's going on? And now we got her brief. And we're gonna get back to her brief, guys. We're gonna get back to her brief. But I'll go through it again. We may got some new people. Put a 1 in the chat if you knew. If you wasn't on the first stream, but you on the second stream. I need to take a quick poll to see how far I gotta go back. I'll do a quick poll. Did you were you here for the first stream? Okay, I see we got a bunch of ones. If yes or no. If you wasn't here for the first stream, put a 1 in the chat or vote no. Full disclosure. See, look, we got so many ones here. So many ones here were not here for the first part. It's like I lost the whole first part audience. Oh my goodness. I joined like 30 seconds before they got you. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, 84 people voted. Damn, man, it's going down. It's going down. If you were here for the first chat, vote yes. If you were not here for the first stream, vote no. Okay, vote no. Wait, if you were not here for the first chat, just vote. Just vote, guys. Just vote. Vote. You got to vote. All right. So while we guys are voting, I'm looking for a specific person. RT. Did RT come back? All right. Well, anyway, RT sent a super chat, and the super chat said, would it be considered personal gain to claim husband and wife for traveling under those circumstances? And he is absolutely right. Absolutely. Personal gain. Hey, I need to get into Canada. Well, how can you get into Canada? Someone said they found a clip of Adept saying wife in Spanish. That Spanish thing is going to come back up, boy. Oh, it's going to come back up. It's going to come back up. Because look, when you see the witness list, you're going to look, remember, this is a multi-million-dollar potential divorce. All right. And you want this rock solid. Okay. Eternal Journey. He a super juicer. He know. All right, we had 168 votes. Most of y'all saying y'all are here. We only got 23% saying no. All right, so the people who are new here, right? Let me just show this. Let me add this to the stream. This is the court doc. We didn't even go over this in the first stream. All right, so where are we at? We are right here. We show. Oh man, I gotta bring up the lawyers. Sammy's lawyer has a vacation coming up. He on vacation because he know, Rule 11 agreement is new. Rule 11 agreement is new, but I'm going to touch on Rule 11 agreement because guess what? There was a previous Rule 11 agreement, right? And Rule 11 agreement is new, and we're going to touch on that. And look, this town is so small. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get Rule 11 agreement. Don't worry. I'm going to get Rule 11 agreement. We're going to show you what Rule 11 agreement looks like. Look, all I present today is new documents. We may touch on the old ones just as a reference, like because they get cited, they get brought up. And I know we got 23% people here who are not familiar with the documents and what happened. So let's do a quick recap, guys. All right, so For the people who were here for the first stream, just hang tight for like 5 minutes. If you could just give me 5 minutes of your time, and if you guys could like the stream so we don't get silenced again, because like, look, you know, I don't want to tell y'all what Mr. Cow told me when I asked him a question. I was like, hey, were you married? He was like, leave me alone. I was like, all right, okay. All right. I got you. I'll leave you alone. But then everyone else was like, are you married? He's like, leave me alone. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. So we got to leave Mr. Cow alone and stop asking him about marriage. All right. Because we don't want him to spaz out. All right. But me, you know, when it comes to me,
You dig, bro.
I
You
dig.
like to dig.
I dig. And I find everything. The things that people don't want me to find out, I find. Okay. I find. But anyway, let's go to what she's trying to do. This is a motion. This motion we about to talk about was filed on 127. Okay. Please don't spam in too many emotes. Yeah. Let's try to keep it correct. You know, keep it respectful. Again, let's be respectful of all parties, because I know people feel a certain type of way about Sammy. And look, even I feel a certain way about Sammy, but just because I feel a way about her, that does not give me the right to harass her or disrespect her. And I know some just going like, no, we gotta let her know we upset. Yeah, you look, if you want to let people know that you're upset, you don't watch them. Because I looked at her social blade, right? And although her subscriptions are down because so many people are hate watching, her views are going through the roof. And what do you get paid by on YouTube? Views. Okay. So like, if you don't want to support her, just don't harass her. Don't threaten her. Don't call her names, because there's a reason that she's not blocking people. She's not turning off comments because one, they're going to be used against her or against Mr. Cow. And two, hey, if y'all want to hate watch her, I mean, y'all want me to pull up her social blade and see for yourself. Social blade, while we wait for everyone to get back in, social blade. What was it? Adeptthebest? Best. Adeptthebest. All right, what you want to do? YouTube? Gotta add. Okay, so here is her social blade. Let's see, where was I at when I saw this? Like, look, video views. Let's just go down. Subscribers are down. Video views are all the way up. All the way up, from juicers going there, hate watching and making comments. And yeah, if people being disrespectful, just time them out, because I definitely don't want my stream and my chat to be used against Mr. Cow. Okay, so what's the summary of the summary? All right, let's get to it. You're like, hey, get to it. We don't got a long time. We got a short time. All right, so here is her motion to seal the case, and we're gonna go through it very quickly. This proves two things. One, she's trying to get the case sealed, and two, she watches my stream. So like, shout out to Sammy watching my stream. All right, so what does it say? We just gonna focus on the highlighted parts on January 26, 2023. This is for the new people here. This is for the new people. Time out. Are we banning people? No, I wouldn't say ban them. Just time them out. Just time out the disrespectful people. If you keep timing them out, then ban them. Give them 3 strikes, mods. Time out, ban. All right. Anyway, on January 26, an individual broadcasting of the #1 juicer, he basically said, "I'm ready to defend xQC." This clip is up somewhere. He brandished a firearm, and they saying, "Hey, we need these records sealed, because them being publicly available will incite more people to do crazy things like this," which I do not support. And if you know about me, when it happened, I immediately clipped him off stream, and then I did not put out the stream until I had him scheduled to be clipped out. Okay, so that's where we are with that. And this is the lawyer. He's basically saying, "Hey, you got to seal the case. Seal the goddamn case. My client's safety is at risk," with a nice prayer to the judge. You got to pray to the judge in Texas. This is all her personal information. Of course, I blocked it out. The guy who got caught when he zipped past. He showed his tabs for like 1 second. They saw him looking at the deep fake stuff. Y'all ain't catching me like that, because that ain't me. But anyway, all her personal information has been blocked out, like her address, her email, all that good stuff, because I don't believe in doxing. And I don't believe in shutting down people's internet, even if you don't agree with what they're saying. Even if someone's like, "Yo, Henry is full of crap," and he's supporting the juicers, and I don't like it. He should be supporting Sammy. I'm like, anyway. On or about January 26th, Sammy saw it. This is her name at the top, Sammy. Hey, I'm 26, an individual. She saw the same video. So that means she saw me in the clip. So, hey, Sammy, how you doing? I'm ready to defend xQC. She says, I'm afraid that if the records are not sealed, I may be attacked or killed. And we don't want her to be attacked or killed. We don't want her to be hurt at all. And where were we at? Now we come to we were at this part. All right, guys, if you've been here, let's go back through it. We're going to go through where we were at. We're going to get to her response to Mr. Cow's response. And look, like I said, we're going to do a quick one for the people who wasn't here. Mr. Cow basically said his lawyer, super lawyer, Gigachad Lawyer. Let's see if I could bring up Gigachad Lawyer. Did I load him up? Did I load him up? Boom, Gigachad. Get in there. So if y'all want to see what Gigachad Lawyer looked like, let me show y'all right here. Here you go right here. This is the Gigachad Lawyer, aka the senator from Metal Gear Solid. If you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, like I am, you know about him. And you missed a great story. You guys missed a great story if you missed the first chat. You missed a great story about Metal Gear Solid. Now, before I get into this, let me share this tab. Look, we cooking, guys. We are cooking because I got to get back caught up because I got so much stuff to share with you guys. And we don't want to be silenced. We don't want to get the Johnny Depp treatment because when Johnny Depp got silenced, it got bad. So what does Mr. Cow's lawyer say? He can bring evidence. 2, common law 3 says she has to prove that they were married. 3, common law, there's no support. As in, when you see support in these documents, it just means money. It's a fancy way of saying money. So when they say support or relief, it's money. Money. Telling 4 to 5 people is not enough. Holding out on occasion is not enough. Using the married card for a benefit one time is not enough. So filing taxes or maybe getting into Canada, maybe that might not be enough. What else do we have? Just because someone says we're husband and wife and we don't deny it does not mean we're husband and wife. Now look at these very specific cases, right? This is crucial. Now that look, I've read this document plenty of times, but this is going to come into play because look, Gigachad Lawyer, that brain he got is big for a reason. He can see the future. He knows what's going to happen before it happens. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, bro, like, what are you doing? She cannot use her own witnesses. Sorry, Sammy. Like, of course her mom is going to say she's married. Of course, her dad, her brother, maybe the brother's girlfriend is going to say that they're married. All these people have a vested interest in Sammy getting divorced from Mr. Cow because, hey, there is a super financial incentive for divorcing Mr. Cow for this two-year relationship. All right, what else can she not do? You must have a reputation of being married and no self-serving context. So hopefully you guys got that. Now, before we get back into her brief, guys, let me do some quick housekeeping. All right, I see we got 44,000 people up in here. So if we could like the stream, and I'll get right into the content. All right, Nope, that's Felix's brief. Wait till you read Felix's brief. Wait till you read his brief, what Super Lawyer wrote. All right, we back. All right, let's go. So I know, look, guys, we got to go through it for the new people. How many new people do we have? Damn, we got 30% new people. The new 31%. It just keeps coming. So for my new people, hey, she filed the order to get the motion, whatchamacallit, xQCOW. She filed the motion to get the case records sealed. All right, we want them sealed. God damn it. My identity is being leaked. All this good crap. Like, what's going on, Judge? I need some protection. All right, let's go. All right, on January 23rd, she filed her petitioner's trial brief regarding temporary. Samantha filed her petitioner's trial brief regarding jurisdiction to enter temporary orders. Look, when you say temporary orders, we're talking money. We're talking short term. We're talking, hey, we're just trying to fight this case right now. Okay, we're not trying to dispute whether we're married or not. her lawyer is like, look, we need these temporary orders enacted. Okay. They need the temporary orders enacted because it's money tied to it. Remember, if you've been following me for a while, you know that they are asking for spousal support, lawyer fees. Now, people like, well, everyone asks for lawyer fees. Yes, you can ask for lawyer fees, but you don't necessarily have to. Like when I got divorced, I didn't ask my wife for lawyer fees. When I filed for divorce, I wasn't like, hey, I need lawyer fees. Nope. When she responded to me filing for divorce, she didn't say, hey, I need you to pay my lawyer fees. Maybe because you could say that it wasn't going to happen, or maybe because our incomes ain't like that much different. But I didn't ask for lawyer fees. I didn't ask for spousal support because look, remember, everything in these documents, Sammy has to approve of. Okay. It's not like just the lawyer is like saying, hey, Sammy, you got to ask for lawyer fees. And she like, well, I don't want to ask for lawyer fees. And he like, well, no, you're going to ask for these lawyer fees. It's not like that. It's like, hey, Sammy, legally you can go for lawyer fees. Is that a route you want to take? And she's like, yes, that is a route I want to take. I want lawyer fees. Hey, legally, Sammy, you can get spouse support. Do you want spouse support? Yes, I do want spouse support. So don't get fooled into anyone saying that, hey, she didn't choose this or anything like that. And typically when you file for divorce, all these documents are sent to her before they go to the judge, before they go to the court. So she has to review them, sign off on them, and say, oh, okay, yes, I sign off that I want this. So basically, this is her saying, hey, we filed our trial brief in support for temporary orders and request for temporary injunctions. And remember the injunctions. Hey, we don't want them gambling. We don't want them tipping goddamn waitresses $1,200 on the tip. We don't want him changing the Tesla password. We don't want him changing the Spectrum internet password. We don't want him logging into Spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are all things that she's requesting from the judge. And like I said, the judge has the biggest decision coming up shortly. All right. As for further review, Samantha would show that Felix's brief fails to provide support for his claim that the court is without jurisdiction to make temporary orders. Now, this is a bald-faced half-lie, because when I showed you his brief, he never said the court didn't have jurisdiction to make these orders. In fact, he already signed off on temporary orders. So that right there, this is how lawyers play. This is just a game to lawyers. It's not like her lawyer cares about Felix as a person or anything like that. It's like, hey, his job is to represent Sammy. Sammy wants spousal support and lawyer fees. Okay, his job is to fight for it, tooth and nail. So first, none of the 10 additional cases that are cited in Felix's brief deal with temporary orders. Okay, he like, look, that is for the trial. We're talking temporary orders. I don't care about the trial. I'm focused on temporary orders. Nothing in his brief says anything about temporary orders. Okay, that it's trial stuff. We care about temporary orders. That's what we're looking to, temporary orders. Okay, all these cases are in appeal. So hey, look, all these cases that you listed, they're being appealed. So who cares? But here's the thing about an appeals. If I understand the law correctly, the current verdict from the appeal holds firm until overturned. Not, well, they're appealing it, so we can't take it as law. No, it don't work like that. It's firm until it's overturned. But this is just like, hey, judge, like, look, man, the cases he brought up are still being appealed. What's going on? And some are not even family law cases. So that's right there. And I think we're getting close. Okay. Felix has already granted consent to the court jurisdiction. I think we all saw that. We all saw that, right? We saw the whole the agreed to temporary motions where he basically agreed to that she gets the Beamer, she gets the Tesla, he can't move money out the United States, and he won't sell his house in Texas or the house in Canada. That's what those temporary orders that they signed. I will pull it up, but I was short on prep, guys. Short on prep time. All right. Third, Felix provides no citation to any case, statute, or authority for the statement in his bench brief that Texas court should permit the party contesting the existence of informal marriage to put on evidence providing the absence of one or more 3 elements of informal marriage before entering temporary orders. So basically, her judge is like, look, her lawyer is like, look, this is temporary orders. This is not a trial. We do not have to hear his evidence. Now, morally, that's a little messed up, in my opinion. Morally, like, look, he should have his fair. He should, if she's saying we're married, he should be able to present evidence to say that we're not, and let the judge make a decision on these temporary orders. Because the thing with these temporary orders, guys, is you can't take it back. You know what I'm saying? If she's awarded spousal support and then deemed that that she was never a spouse, there's no like, okay, Sammy, give me a refund for all that money you got for being a spouse that you wasn't supposed to get. So this is where it's like they're kind of showing their hand a bit. And if I'm the judge, I'm like, why don't you want him to show that y'all are not married? Like, and if the judge signs this into action, it's ludicrous. Look, it happened to me. Well, look, they had the evidence that she was lying. They still made me pay her out. So look, guys, it does not matter in family court. You can lie in family court. You can embellish in family court. There is no consequence. Okay. So here we go. Felix responds to bench brief. The case law cited by Felix is distinguishable that the cases do not address the court's jurisdiction to make temporary orders. All this guy is concerned about is temporary orders, not whether they're married, not whether they love each other. It's like, look, this is about temporary orders. Temporary orders, guys. Not the marriage, not the McLaren, not the Tesla, not the house. Temporary orders. That's it. Hey, this is about temporary orders. Let's stick to laws pertaining to temporary orders. This is how men get railroaded in court all the time. And, you know, for her lawyer, this is nothing personal against Sammy. He could be doing that to me. He'd be like, well, we don't care about Henry's evidence. This is a temporary orders hearing, not a hearing to be married. All right, so here's all the cases that were listed. It says what? Felix cites 11 cases in total in his bench brief. Of these 11 cases, only one, ex parte threat, which will be discussed further, is from an appeal after a trial court is issued. Temporary orders during suit for dissolution of marriage. The other cases cited by Felix are either appeals after summary judgment or final trials, as the following illustrates. Okay. Look, these are all new documents, guys. So basically he's saying, look at these cases. They all been appealed. Hey, this is appealed after final trial. This is appealed after summary judgment. Look, you can appeal anything you want until you reach the maximum, until they deny it or send it up to the Supreme Court. So you saying this lawyer must be crazy to take her case? Not really. She got a case. She has proof. And remember, we're going to talk about the proof. We're going to go through the proof of what it takes to be married. We probably going to do a commercial break because I got to pee. But look.
Guys, do you think if I go pee, someone's going to kill me?
Anyway, I just want to kind of get through this so we can get caught back up to where we were. This is Sammy's lawyer. Okay? The 10 cases in Felix's bench brief are distinguished from the case at hand. None of these cases discuss the burden of proof, if any, required for the court to exercise jurisdiction to make temporary orders. So look, the lawyer, he's staying on cue. Like, look, this is temporary orders. This is not anything else other than temporary orders. We're not talking about if they were married. We're not talking about any of that. We're talking about temporary orders. Money. Cha-ching. You know what I'm saying? Money. That. Okay? The only case that Felix cites in his bench brief that speaks to jurisdiction of the court to enter temporary orders is the ex parte threat, which Felix, Mr. Cow, correctly points out that threat decided before informal marriage statute was enacted, although it has been cited numerous times by the appeals court since the informal statute enacted in 1970. So look, this is why divorce is so dangerous, okay? You're getting divorced or common law married based on laws that were enacted in 1970, not 2023, where things are changed, or people may say they were married to get into a country or not, but back in the day where, you know, most common law people married just didn't want to have a ceremony. However, none of the other cases cited by Mr. Lopez, including the Lopez, I think that meant Mr. Cow, which were mentioned during the counsel's motion, directed a verdict at the hearing on January 23rd, supporting the position that the court should not make the requested temporary orders. Look, that's all. All his judges saying, hey, temporary orders. Dumb question. How long are temporary orders for? Temporary orders typically last to the end of the divorce. So we're going to talk about that. I'm sorry to look, if you got to look, anyway, temporary orders, or I'll maybe lose my position. Even contain reference to temporary orders, temporary spousal support, or interim attorney fees, which are the issues in this case. All right. Issues in this case is spousal support and attorney fees. In the temporary orders to limit him from gambling, limit him from spending, limiting him from changing the Tesla ID, basically all those motions that I showed you in previous videos on demand. Maybe we'll go through them a little bit if we got time. Okay, where are we at? The other case law mentioned by Felix counsel. I don't want to show you that part yet. The other case law mentioned by Felix counsel during the hearing on January 23rd was Hirschbag v. Hirschbag, which is informative to the proprietary of issuing temporary orders in the suit dissolution of marriage relating to support interim fees, and supports this court's issuing orders for temporary support and interim fees in this case. Hirschberg court wrote about this. So basically saying the court case that you cited even said, hey, y'all can give up some temporary support. Support. Look, that's all. Look, this he's saying temporary support almost every paragraph because that's what it's all about. Let me make this a little bigger for you guys so you guys can see. So when my people clip it and they don't give me credit for it, they can clip it accurately. But all right, specifically, temporary support pending divorce has for its purpose the maintenance of the family until the final decree. That's why I said, hey, once you get the temporary support, you could drag out the divorce because you're getting that support until the divorce is final. Okay. It is not a property right, but it is to be determined by the consideration of the needs of the applicant, which we know the applicant is Sammy. Russell v. Russell. Therefore, temporary support should be awarded based on considerations of both the degree to which the applicant is destitute of means to pay for his or her necessities during the pendency of the suit, and this is how I got jammed up, the ability of the requested spouse to pay. So, hey, he got money. Can he afford to pay? Yes. All right. Well, then he should pay. When like that shit ain't fair. I'll tell you what, that is not fair. Just because you work your way up, right? Sorry, I'll get a little personal. It's not fair that is in here because we know Mr. Kyle got money. We know he has a lot of money. And because you worked yourself up, you built yourself up to be the #1 streamer in the world. Now, because of that wealth you amassed from all the hard work, I just saw him do like a 20-hour live stream playing Hogwarts, is now about to be used against you in the attempt to extract resources from you to give to someone who is suing you for money. Like, this is why men probably should stay away from marriage or probably don't think about marriage. All right. Yeah. Someone said 24-hour stream. Yeah. 24-hour stream. And now you got to go, potentially you're asking a judge, like, judge, please do not award this person temporary support, right? You have these two lawyers who are fighting. They're fighting tooth and nail. Tooth and nail. One is fighting for money and one is fighting to award a person less money. Okay. Like, hey, look, like, no, don't give her my hard-earned money. Okay. Like, I spent 24 hours playing freaking Hogwarts. And now I'm supposed to give all that revenue to her, who was my legal roommate, who acknowledged that she only said we were married to get in Canada, but we gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it. And the person that's in charge of making this decision based on this evidence is right here. It's right here. Here we go. There we go. One person to determine if support is going to be granted. And I'll tell you why this is so major when we get to the end of the stream. Like, where are we at right now, guys? We're in the middle of the stream. I see we got cheeses. We got about 46,000 watching. 46,000 watching. And I just need a couple of likes to keep going. We're going to go to a commercial break because...
guys, do you think if I go pee, someone's going to kill me?
You think if I go pee, someone's going to take me out? And then we'll get right back to her document. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I got to do this to y'all. But in the meantime, I'll give y'all a little bit of a mukitty with the secret meetup, and then we'll be right back after I pee really quickly.
xQC and Adapter is in the world's biggest common law marriage divorce. I've been having some crazy last few months. With many different rules and obligations that X can't do because of the ongoing case, nobody on the outside can really know what is happening behind the scenes, even though some parts was displayed on stream. But one picture changed it all. A fan posted a picture with xQC on Reddit. He was so happy that he met his favorite streamer and chatted like many others did before with others. But something very weird happened. The mods took down the picture. Fans noticed this and didn't understand why, since it was a fan picture. Many started wondering if this guy did something to X or had any connections to Adapter. Suddenly, my Instagram starts getting spammed of pictures from Adapter's story. She posted a picture at a cross event on Instagram. I looked at the picture and didn't answer. xQC and Adapter is in the world.
All right. We are back. Did we get some likes up? Just a little bit, but I'm gonna keep going. Like the stream. All right, so where are we at? We are back at her. All right, let's show you this. Remember, we got these two lawyers. This is Sammy's lawyer. He's fighting for money. And he's trying to get it from this lawyer. Gosh, Jesus, man, this dude's page be going nuts. And Sammy's lawyer is not playing around. So this is Mr. Cow's lawyer right here. And Mr. Cow's lawyer's job is to make sure Mr. Cow pay the least amount of money as possible, while Mr. Pittman, her lawyer, is like, hey, we have to get the best result for our client. Okay, so we got 65,000 people in the chat. Let's go. Let's keep going through her document. Where is it at? I'll be missing it. All right, we got it right here. So, his ability to pay, guys. With regard to attorney fees, there is no specific guidance to suggest how the amount of expected attorney fees is to be calculated. So basically saying, look, even on the law books, it don't say how much should be calculated. Not at all. And guess what? When you divorcing potentially Mr. Cow, how much you think your rate is? How much do you think your rate is when you divorcing? Like, oh, the person you married is the biggest streamer in the world? The biggest streamer in the world? My rates just doubled. They just doubled, because dollar signs. Hey, this dude, he's betting $500,000. Why would I charge you my regular rate? You're not a regular client, but I'm taking that vacation. So anyway, we concluded that as with temporary support, the award of temporary attorney fees must be based on the needs of the applicant as weighed against the ability of the opposing party to pay such fees. This is, look, you work your way up to be successful, to get a good salary, and then you're getting divorced by your girlfriend, and they're using that against you to extract resources. The danger to be guarded against is that the spouse in control and possession of the bulk of the marital estate will use that control to his or her advantage in the adversary process, leaving the other spouse with inferior representation at a disadvantage with regard to the division of property. So basically, hey, Mr. Cow got all the money. He can afford the super lawyer, and I don't got money. I'm poor. I need Mr. Cow's money to fund my lawyer to take more of Mr. Cow's money. This is marriage, guys. So shout out to all my young people considering marriage. Moreover, unlike any ordinary trial in which there is no community of interest between the litigants, in a divorce proceeding, the funds which assist one party are often drawn from the community interest to which the other party has equal rights. So basically, the lawyer is like, look, between litigants, you could say the lawyer has no interest in this. Like, he doesn't get a bigger salary or a portion of the settlement, but he definitely has a vested interest in this. But shout out to who do we got here? We got Cool Surfer Boy, Harry Potter Omega Lol. Okay, look, I turned on the F7 stuff, and it should be live. So all y'all emotes should be showing up on YouTube. So shout out to you for the $2 donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's keep going, guys. Therefore, the only authority cited by Felix that deal with temporary order support, award, or spouse support interim fees in this case. So he's like, basically, hey, that one trial that you brought up, it supports me getting these temporary orders that we need so much to keep the case going. And you like, man, this is some bull crap. Did Gigachad lawyer mess up? Did our Gigachad lawyer mess up? Did he mess up? I don't think so. So Felix previously consented to the court. I think this is where we're at, guys. I think this is where we're at. Felix previously consented to the court's jurisdiction to make temporary orders, which provides the court to make the temporary orders requested. That's where he signed on December 13th. It's, everyone saw it. We all saw it. We all know that they agreed to the temporary orders. I could pull it up for you guys real quick for the new people. Give me 1 second. I'll put it back here and we'll share it and boom. So this is what they agreed to, the temporary order. So they're basically saying, look, you already agreed that the court has jurisdiction to make temporary orders. You already signed off on her getting the BMW and Tesla because it was likely in her possession, not because she owns it. That has yet to be proven. You signed off on not selling the Texas or Canada home, which we know is about $1 million home in Texas. I pulled up the deed on that. I showed that he owns it outright. You already agreed that you won't delete anything because, we know Sammy potentially allegedly deleted everything before she filed. You won't intimidate and you won't otherwise drive the McLaren, yada, yada, yada. And they both signed it. That's the attorneys and they're their signatures right there. So they're like, look, you already signed off on these temporary orders. Why are you fighting this so hard, Mr. Kyle? Why are you fighting these temporary support? All right, let's get back to it, guys. Let me shrink that. All right, let's go. We talked about the temporary orders. The court examined the record, the agreement of the parties, hearing that the evidence and argument of counsel finds that all necessary prerequisites of the law have been legally satisfied for the court to have jurisdiction. Remember, we're only talking about money. Money, okay? All money. All right. While the suit, let me hold that. All right. So while the suit for dissolution of marriage is pending on the motion of a party or the court's own motion after notice and hearing, the court may render an appropriate order, including the granting of a temporary injunction for the preservation of property and protection of the parties as deemed necessary and equitable, including the order directed at one or both parties. Look, when they say one or both, you know who's in the trap. Reoccurring payments to be made for the support of either spouse, ordering payment of reasonable attorney fees and expenses, prohibiting the act described by section 6501. Do they describe it? I didn't look that up. Sorry, guys. But I'm sure it's related to money. You're like, hey, you didn't look it up, Henry? No, I didn't. What do you think it's about? Money. What do you think this whole divorce is about? You think it's about love? You think it is about God? You think it's about religion? Do you think it's about because someone's feelings are hurt? Do you think it's about, giving back to the community? Do you think it's about clearing someone's name? No, it's about money. Make no mistake. And I think that's why people feel a certain way about Sammy, because you may see this as a cash grab, an easy cash grab, but we're going to see what happens. So therefore, there is no authority to support Felix's contention that the party challenging the existence of informal marriage. Look at this, right? There is no authority to support Felix's, Mr. Kyle's contention that the party challenging the existence of an informal marriage can put on evidence proving the absence of one or more three elements of informal marriage before the court has jurisdiction to enter temporary orders. So this, look, he's doubling down like, look, the law states this. Now, we could say the law is not right. We could say the law is not fair, but a lawyer's job is not to interpret if the law is fair or not. Their job is to find the loophole or find the reason to get the freaking money. And people say my brain hurts. I know it's a lot of legalese, but I try to break it down for you guys to kind of like understand. Basically, C is always saying, hey, we don't care about his evidence again, okay? There is no authority for him to enter evidence. So why are we even considering anything he has to say if there's no authority for his voice to be heard? This is how men get silenced. Like, look, even the lawyer's like, shut him the fuck up. I cannot have him showing proof that he was not married to Sammy before these temporary orders get drawn up. Okay. I want the temporary orders in place. I want them in place now. I want to start collecting money a month ago, and then we can start talking about if they're married or not. Hey, that's just the way the game go. All right. So what does this say? Felix bench brief contains the following statement. Texas court should follow these two sections of the family code and permit the party contesting the existence of an informal marriage to put on evidence provided in the absence of one or more three things. And you're like, okay, you supporting it. But then her lawyer like, however, Judge, the bench brief does not include a single citation to any case, rule, statute, or other authority supporting this statement. Basically saying, hey, it ain't on the books. Yeah, it may be fair. He may cited it, but technically, this ain't on the books. So with it ain't being on the books, how can we go against the law saying he doesn't have a voice and temporary orders? Look, man, you get railroaded so quick. So quick. All right, where we at? As previous. All right, this is where it's about to piss y'all off. So be warned, you're about to get pissed off. It even pissed me off. Neither section 2.41 nor this requires the party to meet any standard of proof for the court to make temporary orders. All right, look at this. Look at this. Let me read that again. Requires a part. Look. Nor these two sections requires a party to meet any standard of proof before the court can make temporary orders. So it's like, look, y'all can make these temporary orders. Just give us our goddamn money, okay? I'm telling you, man. Look, her lawyer is about to put on a ski mask and be like, Mr. Cowell, get down on the ground. Run me that bank card. Run it. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Look down. Look down. Look. You've seen the movies, you know how it goes. But this is literally how it's going. This is literally how it's going. As previously discussed, other than Ex Part 3 threat, none of the cases cited in Felix's brief contain reference to temporary orders, temporary spousal support, or interim attorney fees. So basically, he's even acknowledging that, hey, this is for the trial, but we're talking temporary orders. Judge, you have to have tunnel vision and just ignore everything out except for temporary orders. And this is where it gets hairy, guys. Like, you like, God damn, man. You mean to tell me I'm about to get divorced and she don't even got to show proof before she start cashing me out? She got to show proof before she start cashing me out? Oh, man. Shout out to Dust Productions with the $2 donation. Guess who's back? Back again. Yes, that's me. I'm back. I'm back, guys. What, you thought I was going to be silenced? You thought I was going to be Johnny Depp and just, sit there with my hands tucked? No, I'm speaking out, man. Like, look, I understand she's concerned for her safety. Yeah, me too, to a certain extent. Thank you, Dust Productions. I understand she's concerned for her safety and to a certain extent. But however, this information has been out for a long time. We're talking about what, November? So we like 4 months deep. Nothing has happened to her. I think she'll be fine. However, I get her concern, but at the same time, I want to see this play out. I want the world to see this play out so y'all can see like what divorce looks like. Not to tarnish her name or anything, but I want y'all to get a picture of what divorce could look like, not for a broke person like me, but one of the #1 streamers in the world. Because if it can happen to him, you damn well best believe it can happen to any one of y'all who choose to live with another person and you get trapped up in the cohabitation divorce. So again, let's get back to it. Blah, blah, blah. Dallas Court of Appeals, when affirming the award of attorney fees. In fact, Smith v. DeVreen, this is a case he referenced, cited by Mr. Cow. The Dallas Court of Appeals, when affirming an award of attorney fees after an informal marriage, was not found to exist, stated, in this case, we have reviewed the languages of this section and authorized an award of costs without expressly requiring that a marriage be proved as a prerequisite for the award. So basically, They're like, look, these court case, these other people got support. Why can't I get support? Why can't Sammy get support? If they got support, and who cares if it was years ago, I should get some support too, Judge. I should get some support. And where's the support for me? Where's the support for my client? Where is the support for women everywhere? They're gonna do the women thing. It's the same thing with Amber Heard. She's like, I'm doing this for women, and then you're like, anyway. Keep going. Similarly, there are no requirements in this section expressly requiring that a marriage be proved as a prerequisite before trial court makes temporary orders while the suit for a dissolution of marriage is pending. So look, you see this guy, you see how this is playing out. He's still hammering home like, hey, F that. We don't care that he doesn't have proof or he doesn't get to show his proof. We don't care that we may have limited proof. We just want our goddamn temporary order in the court. We want the orders, god damn it. We want them. What the hell, Judge? Judge, come on. Now look, the judge is under serious pressure. This is what pain looks like. Yo, you ain't seen pain yet because we ain't even got to her evidence. Her evidence is pain. The people who testified, that's pain. They're just sparring. This is like Hagler and Hearns. They're duking it out. This legalese, all this legal, these big words, this back and forth, this yada yada yada. Hey, he shouldn't be able to enter evidence, and we want our temporary support. All right, Samantha has met the requirements in case law to invoke the court's jurisdiction. Okay, we get it. A party seeking temporary orders is not only required to make a prima facie showing of each of the elements of informal marriage to obtain report. So let me read that again. Let's read that again. I'll go from the beginning. There is no requirement to make any showing of the existence of marriage before temporary orders are authorized under this section. Okay, so they're citing case law 70 years old where say, hey, you don't have to show that y'all married to get this temporary orders. You like, what the? If you Mr. Kyle, you like, wait, what? You mean she can get money from me without even proving that we're married? And they like, yeah. How is this fair? How is this in America? How is, like, what is going on? Like, what? Like, literally.
What is going on?
Yeah. Look, Mr. Kyle need him. That's the guy who's came at me all crazy. Where we at? The provision does not require preliminary showing of the existence of marriage and applies while the suit is pending. Or at most, a party seeking temporary orders is only required to make the prima facie showing of each of the elements of informal marriage to obtain temporary orders. And here's the thing. Temporary orders is such a win for women, and it's unfair. I'll talk about it at the end of his brief. We only got a couple more pages left to go. Ex parte 3, temporary orders are available if prominent shows prima facie evidence of elements of common law marriage. Okay, so it's like, look, we can prove common law marriage, okay? Even if the court holds Sammy to prima facie standard, the court must only look at the evidence offered by Sammy. Where is this fair? How are we in America? Do they do this like this in Canada? Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional because her lawyer is like, look, and disregard any evidence offered by Mr. Cow as a prima facie case is such as will prevail until contradicted by and overcome by other evidence. So let me read that again for you guys. If you do not get this, even if the courts hold Sam to prove prima facie standard, the courts must only look at the evidence offered by Sammy and disregard any evidence offered by Mr. Cow as prima facie case is a such as will prevail until contradicted and overcome by evidence. Oh gosh, this shit. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be cussing, but this is what angers me because I'm going through divorce and it's laws like this that are on the books that are very bad for men. Sorry, bad for men. But let's take a break. Let me calm down a little bit. What does Jose Trujillo say? Hey, Henry, are you going to live stream the trial? And if Officer PP will be present there? Somebody trolling me. I feel like I'm getting trolled, guys. Officer PP. Look, like, who is Officer PP? Who is Officer PP, man? Like, law is a joke. Yeah, law is a joke. It's outdated and no one wants to change it because, look, after we get through his brief, I'll Oh, Pierre Paul. I don't even know who Pierre. Guys, you know I don't speak Twitch. You know I don't speak Twitch. But thank you, Jose Truo, for the $5 donation. I appreciate you supporting the content. All right, let's keep going. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. At the hearing on January 23rd, 2023, Samantha presented the following evidence of each of the elements of prima facie to support marriage. All right, guys, this is the good stuff. This is where it counts. So before I get into that, let me acknowledge our new sponsor, Mr. Brandon L Jett in the house with the $20 donation. No comment, no question, just pure love of the game, as he's probably used to hearing. But shout out to Brandon L Jett for supporting and sponsoring tonight's stream. All right, guys, I'm gonna need y'all to get the likes up. I see we have looks like about 59,000 on YouTube and about 40,000 on Twitch. So if my people on YouTube could just like the stream for me, and then we'll get into her evidence because it is juicy. And y'all can do that while I put some respect on Mr. Brandon L Jett's name for sponsoring tonight's stream. Because look, you're gonna see her evidence, and then you're gonna see who testified. Now, who testified is in Mr. Cow's thing, because he's like, look who testified, Your Honor. Look at this. Look at this. Let me put some respect on Mr. Brandon L Jett's name. And here is a little commercial for you guys to watch while I do it, and get the likes up for me.
How is xQc risking losing 50% of his 50 million net worth even though he's not married? Well, it's all because of his ex. She had the exact opportunity to be a successful streamer. She had the XP boost of being together with the biggest streamer in the world. She had access to X credit card and had all resources to make good videos. But she became an RP streamer without a camera. After the public breakup with xQc in September, she realized her future was done. She's been living the dream life all these years, not having the need to pay for anything. She had to choose between two options: going back to having a normal life and job, or backstab the person that's been by her side for years and always providing her with everything she needed, especially.
All right, let's. He said, watch it be her family and friends who testify. Can we get the likes up for everybody in here? Because we're about to show you her evidence. And when I tell you it's explosive, you're going to be like, what the hell? We about to get $1 million off of this. And I believe someone calculated the settlement to be about $5 million. And that was on the low end. So this is about to be a look, this evidence is worth $5 million. And then we'll get to the testimony on the next one. Oh man, how is the offline chat looking? xQCL. How many people we got on the offline chat? Anybody know? I don't know. Anyway, let's go down to it. So remember, let me play you the video on what it takes to be married, and then we'll get into it.
Hey, how's your husband? You're not married. Are you sure about that? Did you know that in Texas and many other common law states, you don't have to have a big fancy wedding ceremony or a license to actually be legally married? In common law states like Texas, only 3 things are required to be legally married. 1, an agreement to be married. 2, living together. And 3, holding yourself out to be a married couple. If you have those 3 things, you don't have a roommate, you don't have a boyfriend, you've got yourself a husband. Congratulations.
Y'all heard about it. 1, you got to agree to get married. 2, you got to live together. And 3, you got to hold yourself out as husband and wife. All right, let's get into our evidence. I know someone's going to clip it, but it is what it is. All right, so Samantha testified that she and Felix had a discussion in writing and by phone where they agreed to be married under Texas law in August 2020 and providing corroborating exhibits. Ooh, me. Let's go slowly. Petitioner Discord message showing that the parties discussing common law requirements for Samantha to gain entry into Canada without formal proof of the marriage, which also showed that on August 25th, 2020, Samantha and Felix had an hour-long phone call between 1:37 and 2:50. So what I'm gathering from this is they just have a timestamp. She didn't record the conversation. So it's like, hey, did y'all agree to get married? Yeah. When? August 25th, 1 a.m. Okay. Did you record it? No. Okay. But you're married? Yeah. All right. So what's the evidence number 2? And it says Discord messages, right? So Discord messages are forever, right?
Nope.
Anyway. All right. Petitioner's exhibit number 4. A video made from a public stream that Samantha broadcasted in late August, early 2020, which is still available publicly on her YouTube, explaining that she was legally admitted to Canada because she was in a common law relationship with Felix, and that she proved that to the Canadian authorities. So now you're looking at, hey, you proved it to the Canadian authorities? Yeah. But not American authorities? Well, not exactly. I proved it to Canada. I needed to prove that we were common law to get into Canada. And you like, yo, what? All right, let's keep going. Cohabitation. Remember, you gotta live together. So that was that, okay? Samantha testified that she and Felix lived together in Texas beginning in 2018. So now she moved the clock back. Hey, we've been living together since 2018, not 2020. 2018. She testified that they first stayed with friends and then rented a house that was built in the neighborhood is blocked out because we don't dox, where they resided together. Samantha also testified that the house in this neighborhood, which is blacked out, is still designated as Felix Homestead. In addition, Petitioner's Exhibit 2 is a copy of the lease showing both parties listed as tenants on this house that they rented in another neighborhood. You like, what? That's 2 out of 3. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, is he about to get, is he about to get railroaded? I know he's like,
Oh my God, this game sucks.
it sucks. What the hell? Y'all seeing this too, right? Y'all watching it live like, holy shit, this is 2 out of 3. What? Holding out. Please tell me he wasn't holding out. All right, let me just go slow. On Samantha testified that both she and Mr. Cow held themselves out as married to Samantha's family, her mother, her father, her brother, as well as her brother's girlfriend on and after August 2020. Further, Samantha held herself out as married to airline personnel in Texas to fly to Canada, as well as Canadian government officials to gain entry into Canada. Holy shit. Jiminy Jillikers, Batman. What the fuck's going on? Are you serious? Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Don't panic. Don't panic, because remember, we still got Gigachad Lawyer, right? And Gigachad Lawyer, he looking at this like, yo, what? Like, okay, this is how you want to play. He probably laughing like this. Anyway, petition number 4, that immediately after agreement to be married, Samantha broadcast a video, which is still publicly available, that she was in a common law relationship with Mr. Cow. Further, Sammy testified that they both told Felix family and their housekeepers, Consuela from Family Guy, that they were married, as well as telling at least one other friend in Texas that they were married. In addition to Sammy's testimony, 2 other witnesses provided testimony about their understanding of Sammy and Mr. Cow were married. These parties, the housekeeper testified that her understanding of their relationship was that the parties were married. You like, God damn, what the, oh shit. You got the housekeeper dropping down on Mr. Cow? Like, holy. Samantha's mother called herself Felix's mother-in-law when she stated her relationship to the parties, and also testified that both Mr. Cow and Sammy told her that they were married, and that due to the understanding that the parties were married, Sam's mother took such steps as adding Felix, Mr. Cow, to her car insurance and cell phone plan that she had never done for a dating partner of Sammy's, and that she did not take those steps until after the parties told her that she was married. Holy crap, y'all. What the fuck? What is this? What is this, guys? Like, what is going on? Y'all see this crap? Y'all see it? Y'all seeing it? Y'all seeing it in real time? You seeing it in real time? The car insurance. That's right. In addition, there was circumstantial evidence to show that Felix's mother knew the parties were married, as Mr. Kyle provided his mother's phone number to submit Sammy so that she could have the Canadian authorities verify that Mr. Kyle's mom knew that they were in a common law relationship to allow entry into Canada in August of 2020, because Samantha was granted entry into Canada as a common law spouse. The evidence proves that Felix's mother confirmed her understanding to the Canadian authorities. Holy like, holy crap, y'all. We almost got 1 million. We almost got it. We got 97,000 people watching now. 97,000. We got about, what's that? 69,000 on YouTube and the rest on Twitch. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. This is wild, guys. This is wild. Y'all see this? Anyway, let's get to a contributor. LAJ. Nah, May got her back for all those. Oh my goodness, McDonald bags she had to clean up. LMAO, LAJ with the jokes. All right, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Therefore, the conclusion, as previously articulated in Sammy's trial brief section, Family Code provides that with jurisdiction to enter temporary orders, and courts of appeals have consistently held for more than 60 years. So look, they're banking on this 60-year stuff. And I see somebody is spamming me. Give me a second, y'all. All right, there we go. 60-year trial, the jurisdiction to enter temporary orders in a pending suit for dissolution of an informal marriage, even though the respondent is challenging the existence of an informal marriage. No case law or other authority cited by Mr. Kyle's bench brief contradict the authority in Samantha's trial brief or add any requirements. God damn, man. At most, Sammy must show prima facie evidence of each element of informal marriage to make temporary orders, which she did at the hearing on January 23rd. The evidence adduced that the temporary hearing also provided the court with information necessary to support the award of temporary spousal support and interim attorney fees requested. Therefore, Sammy requests that the court enter further temporary orders as requested, including the request for temporary spousal support and interim attorney fees while the case is pending. Respectfully, her lawyer. Holy crap, guys. All right, we finally got 1 million back up in here, baby. We finally got 1 million back. They tried to hold me down. They tried to hack my internet, but we up. Now, I'm going to put out a poll because we still have to hear from Mr. Kyle's attorney, and we still have to hear from the new agreement, the new Rule 11. So let's see. Oh, man, you know, it sucks. We got about 57% from the first stream and 43% new. So hopefully we get it. We will have to start a new poll. And hopefully you guys saw her proof that they were technically married based on her evidence. So did she, hold on. Did she satisfy proof of common law marriage? Now, if you can't explicitly say yes, say no. Or do you guys want me to add the I don't know option? Like, dude, I like things to be black and white, but I'll put not sure. I'll put not sure. All right, so we got 1 million people over here. All right, let's go live with it before we get into Mr. Kyle's response. Before we get into Mr. Kyle's response, and while y'all waiting, just do me a favor, like the stream. It's free. This content ain't nowhere else. I promise you, it's nowhere else. Nowhere else. Nowhere else. And you know what Mr. Kyle is saying right now. I forgot. I got to turn this back up. People were blowing me up, man. When people blow me up, I got to like silence things. I really don't got this streaming thing down packed yet. But let me put some respect on Mr. Brandon L Jett for sponsoring the show. Shout out to him. And you know he's like, Mr. Kyle is like,
Oh my god! This game sucks!
this game sucks. This is the worst game he's ever played. Worst game he's ever played. And I see people in the offline chat is watching. They going crazy. They're like, holy crap. Holy crap. Are they married? Holy crap. They are married? Wait, what? Wait, what? Shout out to hold on. Cool Surfer Boy. Everyone knows xQC and I don't even know Gua were boyfriend and girlfriend. Dude, look, man, this court is different. It ain't what you know, it's what you could prove. So far, do you guys think she has proven common law marriage? Let's go to the chat. Look at this. Now look, guys. I get it. I get you guys are Mr. Cow fans. And you would probably never hit yes. You would probably never hit yes just because you're a fan of Mr. Cow. And that's perfectly fine. I get that. However, remember the judge don't know either of these people from a can of paint. And one is saying marriage and one is saying not married. So what do you say there? And I might have to shut down Chatterino. I'm getting mentioned way too much. And it just keeps it beep, 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 beep. All right. So now that we saw this, how many people voted? We got 437 people voted and 200 people hit the like button. How y'all gonna vote but not like the stream? Hey, but shout out to the juicers. Shout out for being with me tonight. Shout out to y'all for going through these technical difficulties. And someone asked an important question. They said, how long do temporary orders last? Okay. Temporary orders last until the trial comes to an end. Okay, so let's just say she's granted $10,000 a month for spouse support and legal fees, right? What's her goal? And they say, hey, look, it's a 2-year marriage. When the marriage is over, when the divorce is finalized, the temporary support is going away. Going away. So with it going away, you're like, shit, how can I keep the trial going longer? How can I extend the trial so I can maximize the most amount of money I can get from Mr. Cow? And then we can go our separate ways. In the meantime, if I could stretch the trial out for a year, that's $120,000. And it's tax-free, guys. You don't have to claim it on your taxes. So you like, yo, Henry, is that true? I'm like, yeah, my wife is doing it to me right now. She's doing it to me right now. I kid you not. Kid you not. She got the temporary order for spouse support and the high child support. And instead of settling like we could have did months ago, she like, oh, we got to go to trial. And who's to know? She may not settle at trial because she's trying to go to extend the in marriage date to get more equity out of my house, the car, my pension, my investments, YouTube channel, etc., whatever you want to call it. So this is how divorce can get ugly, like so ugly, guys, so ugly. All right, now let's get to Mr. Kyle's statement. We got enough likes. Let's see where the likes at. We're about like 5 shy. If I can just get 5 more people to like the stream, that'd be great. All right, what does Mr. Kyle say? Oh man, that's the big bench brief. I gotta find it, guys. All right, I think that's it. All right, that's it. All right, if you want to contribute, if you want to donate to the show, you can send a super chat or Henry Zillionaire Cash App. Let me check Cash App, make sure I got no Cash Apps. All right, no Cash Apps. Uh-oh. Anyway. All right, let's get into Mr. Kyle. Uh-oh, we got a donation. Shout out to Jason M. Dude got lonely in Canada. Needed the juice. Convinced to use common law to get her in. And now that need to get some could cost him millions. Life lesson, boys. Realize the poison on your own. Release the poison on your own. This is a very true statement. Sometimes the little head outthinks the big head, and then you can get in situations like this, right? Where you like, yo, he just wanted to clap some cheeks. Or maybe, here's the thing, right? Jason M, thank you for the donation. Yes, you're absolutely right. He wanted to see her, and now since he wanted to see her and he wanted to go above and beyond to bend the law, or you could say exploit the common law marriage situation, now it's coming back to bite him. And it could cost him millions. Jason M is exactly right. It could cost him, someone estimated it's going to cost him at least maybe $5 million if proven to be married for these couple months or these 2 years or whatever. So you got someone is trying to get at least $5 million from this guy, no matter what. And I was talking to, people, and they like, look, can she get it? I'm like, it's a possibility. And just that alone, that means it gotten too far. The fact that you could potentially have to pay out $5 million lets you know that it's gotten too far, guys. It's gotten too far. But yeah, guys, think with your big head, not your little head. Thank you, Jason M, for the $10 donation. Great question. Great comment. Great super chat. Very insightful. Let's get into what Mr. Kyle said. Did we get the likes? Did we get the likes? I know y'all be like, hey, stop saying like the stream. All right, we got the likes. Let's go. All right. So what does Gigachad Lawyers say, guys? What does Gigachad Lawyers say? All right. And if you don't know who Gigachad Lawyer is, I'll show you. This is Mr. Kyle's lawyer. Not really, but Anyway. Reply to now comes, let me make sure. Yep. This was filed on the 27th. So everyone dropping their briefs on the 27th, y'all. Everyone dropping briefs on the 27th. Now comes Mr. Longjail, or Mr. I just gotta say Mr. Kyle. Mr. Kyle. And files and replies to petitioner's trial brief regarding jurisdiction to enter temporary orders when the existence of informal marriage is challenged. Look, they had this joint spit out so quick. They filed it, and they filed a response almost instantly. If you don't believe me, we can go to the timestamps. We can check the timestamps. Look at this. Share. Hers was filed at 11:49 a.m. And look at this. Look at this. This was 12:09 p.m. 20 minutes. Now, granted, they probably had it in advance, but you never know. That's a quick turnaround time. When you're paying a super lawyer so much money, it probably is. So now comes Mr. Kyle, and his reply to that brief for temporary support. And we gonna see what the witnesses said. Because Mr. Kyle super lawyer he's good. He probably cost a lot. I probably can't afford him. All right. Am I gonna have to mute Chatterino because people just keep hitting me up? Someone already clipped me. Someone already clipped me, guys. All right, I'm gonna shut down Chatterino for a little bit. All right. It is undisputed that in certain circumstances, the trial court has the ability to enter temporary orders for support and interim attorney fees during the pendency of a divorce case, which is informal marriage was alleged in one party and denied by the other party. Say, look, we know about the whole temporary orders. You're not schooling super attorney on temporary orders. He knows all about it. So Ex parte 3, to go back to that, this 1960, look at this, 1960. You banking on laws in 1960 to bail you out. You down bad. That the trial court cannot make temporary orders in support if the party seeking support cannot establish prima facie case to the existence of marriage. Okay, so basically, the lawyer like, look, I don't care about that trip to Canada. I don't care about that mom stuff. I don't give two shits about the housekeeper. You ain't proved jack diddly squat to me that y'all are married. So chalk them temporary orders up and either pay your attorney fees or drop the goddamn case. That's what super lawyer is saying. I paraphrase it, but that's what he's saying, guys. Like if you read between the lines, you're like, oh, what's he saying? Oh, what Henry said. He translated. Perfect translation. So to provide the existence of an informal marriage, the proponent must show that, one, the parties agreed to be married, they lived together, and held themselves out as husband and wife. All three elements must exist in the same time for there to be a valid informal marriage. Emphasis on the same time. So He cites his court cases, which that the other guy said they're all being appealed, whatever. Pursuant to Texas Family Code, the court may render appropriate order, including temporary injunctions for the preservation of property and protection of the parties, while the suit for dissolution of marriage is pending on the motion of party or the court's own motion, notice and hearing. So, look, you guys can do it. The injunctions is just hey, you can't sell the property. But now he's about to reach. Okay. Respondent would suggest that the Texas court should follow these two sections of the Texas Family Code and permit the party contesting the existence of an informal marriage to put on evidence providing the absence of one or more of the three elements of informal marriage, rather than simply determine that a party is entitled to temporary support if they meet prima facie standard without regard to any contradictory evidence. So he's like, look, we should be able to put forth on our evidence because this support money that y'all about to award, we can't get it back. So judge, you have to get it right. You have to hear my client's side if you're going to award her temporary support, which we are vehemently against because we said we were never married. Like, what's going on, judge? Like what is going on?
What is going on?
That's what his lawyer is like. Okay. The prima facie standard was set out by this Texas Supreme Court in 1960. God damn, man, I can't imagine getting divorced on laws based on 1960. Petitioner in brief states that the highest burden a petitioner must meet temporary orders to invoke the court's jurisdiction is a prima facie burden, which is not entirely clear that that's the case, at least in regards to temporary support. Like, look, yeah, we agree about prima facie, but what about temporary support? So now he's trying to separate the temporary support. We don't care about the injunctions on the property. We don't care about her holding the cars. But what we care about is my client, Mr. Cow, giving Sammy money every month while this case is being litigated, especially since my client says we were never married. Also, you're telling my client he can't even put in evidence to suggest that they were not married. Like, this is not fair at all. Mr. Cow. Oh my God, this game sucks. Right, Jack Diddley squad. Someone quote me. Shout out to everybody watching. Blah 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 blah. The Supreme Court concluded that when the existence of a marriage is contestant, the burden upon the party seeking support. Remember, support is money to establish the prima facie. So he basically saying she ain't established prima facie at all. When the party is seeking temporary support, the prima facie standard is the minimum standard that must be met. Not necessarily the highest burden, but it still must be met. And you guys said, based on y'all poll, 9% said yeah. 26% said not sure. All right. So the blue stuff is good stuff. Ex parte 3 held that there was no prima facie case of marriage. Let me make this a hair bigger for y'all. Is that too much? Yeah, it's too much. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Because the wife had only told 4 or 5 people of the alleged marriage. She continued to use her own name, which Sammy did. The parties never occupied the same residence, which you can argue that, hey, they wasn't living everywhere together because he was between Texas, California, and Canada. And she publicly represented herself as a single person. Like I said, if you guys have a video of her saying she's single during that August 25th, 2020 to October 2022, that would be great evidence for Mr. Cow. In its reasoning, the court stated that the isolated references to a person as being his or her husband constituted of no evidence. So, like, look, if you only told a couple people, we're not fucking married. What the fuck wrong with you? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing it? You sent me that video? Send it to my email, man. Because if you post a link in YouTube, it's gonna go nowhere. The issue was most recently addressed just 4 months ago by the Austin County. Look, now we got a recent court case. Now we have a recent court case. This is great. In a memorandum opinion issued on October 7th, the court stated, when a marriage is put in issue, the burden of the party seeking support under an informal marriage theory to establish at least a prima facie case of marriage. Okay. The court went on to determine that the trial court was within its discretion to find no prima facie showing of an informal marriage and denied the petition for writ of mandamus or whatever. So now I know all this legalese. Y'all like, my brain fucking hurts, man. What's going on? This is just a fancy way of saying, look, judge, come here. Let me talk to you. This super lawyer here for Mr. Cow. And I just want to let you know that you do have the authority to determine if she did or did not meet the prima facie standard to establish temporary support. Just give it a look. Just look it over. Just look over the evidence. Let my client show you some evidence. And this is the war, guys. People's like, hell, he don't care. He's still gonna be a millionaire. Yeah, if I was a millionaire, sure, but will I care about giving someone $5 million? That's a tough break, man. That's a tough break. This case has been consistent with the holdings in subsequent cases addressing the issue in Dana v. Dana that also held that no informal marriage because there was not sufficient evidence of the parties holding out to the public that the couple were husband and wife. So he's basically saying, look, they never held out as husband and wife. Okay. The court stated that a couple's reputation and community as being married is a significant factor in determining the holding out element. Okay. The prominent of the official marriage provided 4 occasions. So basically he's going back to his old thing. 4 occasions that was their husband and wife. You got the AARP thing. And the court concluded that the evidence did not show consistently them being married. Okay. Like, look at this, guys. Y'all chat. Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this, right? They're like, look, this case did it. But remember, our lawyer is arguing temporary orders. This is a trial. In Smith v. Devine, Dallas Court of Appeals confirmed direct verdict when there was no informal marriage. That there was no informal marriage. The proponent of the informal marriage stated in this summary judgment affidavit, after Mary accepted the ring, we began to introduce each other as husband and wife and testified when we were out together, we have been introduced by others as husband and wife. Neither Mary or I would tell anyone that we were not husband and wife. So basically, if Mr. Cow was to come up like, oh, here's Mr. and Mrs. Cow, they would just rock with it. He wouldn't say, oh no, we're not married. They'll just go with it because you don't want to be awkward, I guess. The proponent also relied on certain contracts in which the appealed were listed as husband and wife. However, the evidence was not sufficient to the court that the court held that there was no informal marriage because the element holding out requires more than an occasional reference. All right. So now, like, look, court, they're just citing everything. They're like, look, this is the court stuff. But remember, her attorney, like, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Y'all married. She meet prima facie. We want the money. I want to go on vacation. I want her to get the temporary alimony or the temporary spousal support. I want her to get her lawyer fees paid so I can get paid. And then we could discuss this in trial, judge. Let's just award the support. Just award the support. But, you know, Mr. Kyle lawyer is like, nah, man, F that. F that support. F all that. Look, there's another court case. The evidence presented included that the proponent presented evidence exclusively from her own witness, which is Sammy, that she and the opponent held out to some family, friends, and acquaintances that they were married, while opponent presented evidence through his witnesses that Mr. Cow never told others that they were married. The court reasoned that occasional introductions as husband and wife were not sufficient to establish the element of holding out. All right, I think we're getting good, guys. I think we're about to get to the witnesses. Let's see. I'll let you guys know. This reputation may be proven by evidence that the couple consistently conducted themselves as husband and wife in the public eye, that blah, 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 that the community viewed them as married. Additionally, both parties must be representing themselves. So basically, if Mr. Kyle never said he's married, then y'all not freaking married. That's what he's on. That's what this person is on. Occasional references to my wife or my husband do not provide tacit agreement to be married without corroboration. He is citing these more court cases. Specifically, the statement made is self-serving context, okay? It may not have great weight. The non-social construct to the contestant's reference to the proponent as his wife, as her or her husband, will also receive scrutiny. Like, look, where is the proof, guys? You can't use this crap to prove marriage. That's all they're saying. This is all he's saying. All right, now we're about to get to the witnesses. Now we're about to get to the witnesses. So, and what they said, we know it was the mother, we know it was the housekeeper, and we know it was Sammy. How many people we got? All right, we got roughly 70,000. We got 70,000 on whatchamacallit. We got 70,000 on YouTube. And what's this about? About 41,000 on Twitch. Okay, shout out to Twitch. Shout out to everyone twitching. All right, do me a favor. Spam xQCL on all channels. Mods, let them go. Let them do their thing. Spam it, spam it, spam it. And while you're spamming it, hit the like button. Spam it, spam it, spam it, spam it. Let's go. Look, I'll even put xQCL in the chat. xQCL. I'm sorry. xQCL. There we go. Spam it, spam it, spam it, guys. Spam it and get the likes up. Because we are at the main event. We are at her witnesses. We are at what they said. And now we're about to go all in. Hopefully after you spam xQCL, you hit the like button. And now we about to go in. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch. Shout out to everyone watching on YouTube. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. Let's get it. All right. In temporary hearing before court, January 23rd, petitioner failed to meet minimum burden to show she's entitled an award of temporary support and interim fees. That establishing even a prima facie case as the evidence of a marriage, specifically petitioner failed to establish sufficient evidence of the parties holding themselves out as husband and wife. No documentary evidence was offered that showed either party referring to the other party in writing or orally as husband and wife. To contrary, the written communications between the parties during the period in which the petitioner claims that the parties were married shows that they were referred to each other as boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's go. Super lawyer like, yo, hey, you got it in writing? She like, nope. No documentary evidence was offered that showed either party saying that they were married. So look, super lawyer like, how in the hell can we award spousal support if we have no written proof, if we have no recording that they said that they were married? Like, where's the proof, judge? Like, bro.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Ain't no way. And we have part
Ain't no
one.
way, boy.
Super lawyer. Oh. Sorry, man. I'm getting a little emotional, but I like his lawyer. I like his lawyer. All right. So now we here. We just that part one, guys. Gotta hold on. We gotta hold on because we'll hold on. I don't want to spoil it. Okay. In addition, petitioner offered the testimony of only 3 witnesses. What? Three witnesses? Housekeeper, mother, and herself, and the support of the existence of an informal marriage. You mean to tell me we got a potentially $1 million divorce and we're banking on 3 witnesses with a direct relation to Sammy to testify that they were married to Mr. Cow in Texas to get into Canada. And next thing you know, hey, we're trying to divorce him. Like, where is that happening at? Oh my goodness, man. So you like, what did they say though, right? You wondering like, what did they say? It had to be good, right? You like, yo, Henry, what'd they say? I'm like, all right, guys, just chill. You know, I got it. So of course I blacked out the housekeeper's name because we don't want people going to harass the housekeeper. The housekeeper testified that respondent, Mr. Cow, never told her that they were married and never heard personally that Mr. Cow referred to the petitioner as his wife. That's, there we go. Now, look, I blacked out Sammy's mother's name because we don't want to harass her mom. Petitioner's mom stated that her testimony that she believed the parties were married. However, she also acknowledged that Mr. Cow never told her that. Super lawyer. Hey, wait, what do you mean? I thought you referred to him as son-in-law. Yeah, but did he ever tell you were married?
Nope.
Did he show you a wedding ring?
Nope.
So did Sammy say they were married? Yeah. But not Mr. Cow?
Nope.
All right, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Hey, the mom got to tell the truth. Someone said her own mom sold her out. Now look at this, right? Look at this. Now we're about to see Mr. Super Lawyer's line of questioning to the mother. Oh, look, lawyers are precise. They ask a specific question for a specific reason to elicit a specific answer. What does he say? So he says, hey, just to be clear, I want to make sure I understand. Mr. Cow never told you that he and Sammy were married, correct? No, not directly. What? No, not directly? Is that a no? Well, yeah, no, I don't know. Sammy, why you got me doing this? Why do you have me doing it? Why do you have me testifying up here about you being married to your boyfriend? Oh man, like, no, not directly. Oh gosh. All right. This is bad. Now, before we keep going, right? Let me take this down. Before we keep going, I want you guys to ask yourself, you saw all the witness that they held out as husband and wife. Why is dad not testifying? You find that odd that dad didn't testify? Her father? Now, I don't know the dynamic between her and her father. I don't know. But at the same time, I'm wondering, like, why is dad not testifying that they were married? You held out to mom and dad. Does dad support what Sammy is doing? I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but I am curious as to why her dad is not testifying that they were married. It is a little odd to me because guess what? In my in my divorce, you think every relative ain't testifying against me? You think everyone ain't coming at me like from all sides? They doing the full court press on me? Why is her dad not supporting it? Maybe because, the dad could probably see it. Now, look, I am a father. I have a daughter. And if my daughter came to me one day and said, hey, this guy owes me money and he didn't pay me because I put in money on the house or I put in money on the McLaren or I put in money on the Teslas or whatever, what have you, and I want my money back. And as her father, I'm going to say, well, sue him. Well, we were common law married. You were what? We were commonly law married, Dad. Okay. What does that mean? It means I have to divorce him. Wait, what? But he was your boyfriend. No, Dad. That's my husband. We live together. We meet all the criteria for a common law marriage. Therefore, I must divorce him. Now, I would love to interview her father. I mean, if Sammy wanted to talk to me, I would love to talk to Sammy. I would love to talk to Mr. Cow, but I really want to interview her father. And I want to know, why didn't you testify? All right, guys, let's get back to it. Because this is so juicy, ain't it, guys? And no one has this, and everyone's going to clip it and be on Reddit. And when it's on Reddit, it's going to be crazy. Okay, the only evidence offered as to respondent purportedly acknowledged the existence of marriage was his referring to her as a sposa. I believe this is the housekeeper. The only evidence the housekeeper offered to the respondent purporting acknowledging the existence of a marriage is his referring to her as a sposa when talking to the maids, and that he did not correct the maids when they would refer to the petitioner as your wife when talking to the respondent. So if you don't know, esposa means esposa means wife in Spanish, but esposa also means shackles in Spanish, as in handcuffs. So think about that. All right. Think about that, guys. So there goes the petitioner. The only evidence the housekeeper offered as to respondent purportedly acknowledging the existence of a marriage was his referring to her as a sposa when talking to the maids. And that it did not he did not correct her when they said it was your wife. All right. So shout out to everyone who's learning new things. Shout out to everyone who's getting a crash course in whatchamacallit. Now, petitioner, meanwhile, Sammy, acknowledged that she told only a very small number of people she was married. Now, when you see that TR, this is like court transcripts. She could only identify 8 people whom she told she was married. These people consisted of 5 family members, 2 housekeepers, and 1 friend. Petitioner further acknowledged that she kept the existence of the purported marriage a secret from people other than those 8 people. So now we know she told 8 people, guys, 8 people that they were married. And based on her telling these 8 people that they were married, she wants to cash them out for millions. 5 are family members. So look, remember what I said, right? Family members, you got to toss them out because they have a vested interest in saying that they're married. So I don't care what family member comes up and say, hey, they're married. I really don't. If I'm the judge, I don't care. Housekeepers, I may care a little bit, but at the same time, let me tell you something about this city. Most of the people in the city, I want to say Spanish is the #1 spoken language in the city in Texas. And you like, Henry, why would you say that? I'm like, because I've been calling places in this city and almost all instructions are in Spanish. All of them. It's not like it's not like a click 1 for English. It's like everything is just in Spanish. So when he says esposa, that's the only way he could say Sammy. And anywho, that's just my assumption. All right, I see we got our 1.3 million in the chat. Shout out to the chat, y'all. Shout out to the chat. And we finally eclipsed 77,000 on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all want this evidence right here. All right, people saying check email. I will. As noted in the cases cited above, a reputation within the community at large as being married is a critical component of providing the element of holding out as husband and wife. The case law examples of which are cited above is clear that telling just a few family members, okay, and friends is insufficient to provide prima facie evidence as holding out as husband and wife. As was pointed out by the Houston Court of Appeals, Small v. McAllister, a secret marriage cannot be an informal marriage. So remember, he's trying to apply trial law to temporary orders, and her attorney is like, dude, this is temporary orders. This ain't the trial. Why are you trying to apply trial law to the temporary orders? And his lawyer like, bro, don't try to act like you don't know why, because thousands of dollars are at stake, like potentially tens of thousands of dollars are at stake. And I'm gonna explain to you how Mr. Kyle screwed himself. Yup, he screwed himself. All right. The evidence adduced on January 23rd hearing is factually insufficient to support even a prima facie finding of an informal marriage. As a result, petitioner is not entitled to relief she is requesting. Okay. Inapplicability of Hendon versus Lazarus. So like basically now we're getting into, you know how super lawyers, Sammy's lawyer was like, look, your case didn't meet the requirements or whatever. And in fact, your case allowed us to get the temporary orders. He's like, all right, well, look, if my case allowed it, now your case allowed it. All right. Petitioner suggests that in her brief that she may not even. Now, look, I'm going to give you something else. I'm going to give you a heads up. He's about to dog her and her legal team when we get to the end of this brief. In writing, writing. Petitioner suggests that in her brief, she may not even have to meet prima facie standard in order to be entitled of temporary support and interim fees, and that merely the existence of a pending divorce case without regarding the existence of any evidence of marriage provides the basis for awarding temporary support and interim fees. Let me read that to you again. And she did. I will have to bring up the brief, but anyway, petitioner Sammy suggests that in her original brief that she may not even have to meet the prima facie standard in order to be entitled to temporary support and interim fees. This pisses me off. And that merely the existence of a pending divorce case without regard to the existence of any evidence of a marriage provides a basis for awarding temporary support and interim fees. Basically, she's like, look, I don't even have to prove that whatchamacallit. All right. I don't even have to prove I'm married to get this money up out of him. So give me my goddamn money. Okay? Give it to me. Remember, her lawyer, he got the, hey, Mr. Cow, get down on the ground, run me the bank card, transfer all the Bitcoin to Sammy's wallet. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop. Let me stop before, my hammer, my fake plastic hammer, my daughter's hammer may be construed as a threat. You know what I'm saying? I know, right? They might use that against me. I caught myself, guys. I caught myself. Adepts lawyer is watching right now, probably. Shout out to him. He's doing his job. And Mr. Cow's lawyer is doing his goddamn job. All right. In support of this novel notion, she cites hinder v. blah, blah, blah. However, hindering is readily distinguishable from and wholly inapplicable to this case. All right. Shout out to LeBron. He just broke the record, guys. Breaking news. First, Henderson case does not involve support. Rather involves a question of whether the complaint of order is necessary an injunction issue under Chapter 65 of Texas Civil Practices and Remedies Codes, or whether it's more like a temporary support order issued under some family code. The Court of Appeals was not dealing with the issue of temporary support or interim fees. You know what I'm saying? So look, there we go. Secondly, the party who was challenging the trial court's issuance of an injunction on appeal, party who was alleging the existence of common law marriage, basically look, man, what are we doing here? So unlike Mr. 3, who's always disclaimed the existence of marriage, Hendren herself filed a pleading against the existence of a marriage. She invoked provisions of the family code, such as when she asked for post-divorce maintenance, as spousal support, post-divorce maintenance, and she asked the trial court to grant injunctive relief to deny one spouse the right to occupy jointly owned property. Mr. 3 had never conceded to the existence of a valid marriage and never thus invoked a court's jurisdiction to decide the divorce proceedings. Now, this is a bunch of legalese crap. I mean, but it's some truth in it. But here, Hinder makes that the contention in herself invoke a benefit from the trial court's issuance of a temporary injunction under the family code. So it's like, look, she is benefiting from manipulating the family code. Thus, here we go. I think, is this where he dog her? No. Thus, in hindering the party alleging the existence of a common law marriage was trying to have it both ways, seeking to benefit from the injunctive relief under the family code when it benefited her, but then challenging the court's ability to enter orders under family code when the trial court did something she did not like. Order in the court, juicers. Calm down. Order in the court. Sammy, sit down. Sit down, Sammy. Sammy, sit. Guard. Restrain her. See, look, the super lawyer is like, I see what you're doing. You're trying to exploit the fact that you don't have to show evidence to get temporary support. I see that. I see the fact that you want spousal support, but you don't want Mr. Cow to, show any evidence that y'all may not be married. Like, what's going on? Like, is this fair? Like,
Nope.
No, it's not fair. But she don't care. I mean, well, I'm not going to say she don't care. Her lawyer is like, look, I'm not here to talk about what's fair or what's not fair. I am here to represent my client getting the goddamn money. And like I said, if I got to put on the goddamn ski mask, and Mr. Cow, get on the hands where I can see him, Mr. Cow. All right, put in the password, transfer all that Bitcoin to her wallet, all of it right now, all that stake deal. Don't move. Don't move, man. Mr. Cow. Whoo. All right. Is the money there? Sammy, the money there? The money's there? All right, Mr. Cow. Nice doing business with you. I'm joking, guys. But this is kind of what it feels like. And his only defense is his lawyer, right? And look, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna go off camera for a second. His lawyer coming back with the shotgun. Hey, hey, don't move. You move. You and Sammy, you move, it's gonna be problems, okay? That's what Mr. Kyle lawyer got the shotgun. His lawyer got the hammer. They like, hey. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking, but this is kind of what this is like, right? Sammy has a lawyer to extract resources, and Mr. Kyle has a lawyer to stop the extraction of resources. And they're using their legal words, which is the hammer and the guitar. This is my daughter's guitar. I play with her sometimes. But you about to be Exhibit B? Probably. They're gonna be like, he had the hammer up, he had the hammer tucked. And in the community, when someone says they have a hammer, it's really code for gun. Anyway, they both got super lawyers. But Mr. Kyle screwed himself, and I'm gonna tell you how when we get to the end. But like I was saying, let's go back through this. Thus, inheriting the party alleges that the existence of common law marriage was trying to have it both ways, seeking to benefit from the injunctive relief, which is what Sammy's trying to do, of the family code when it benefited her, but then challenging the court's ability to enter orders under the family code when the trial court did something she did not like. In this case, the respondent has steadfastly denied the existence of marriage and has filed a counterclaim, a declaratory judgment seeking the finding that no marriage to the petitioner existed. Remember, this counterclaim is like, hey, if we're not married, you got to pay me. You have to pay me. And what Sammy looks like, if she loses and the judge makes her pay, it's game over. It's game over. But unlike the appellate and the hurting, respondent is not trying to use the family code as a sword and shield. Rather, he is saying that there is no marriage. And you see that the sword is, hey, I want the money. That's the sword. The shield is, we only have to prove prima facie, and we don't have to hear evidence from Mr. Cow. So super lawyer is on to the games. Like, hey, like, you're trying to have it both ways, Sammy. This is not fair to Mr. Cow. And in a way, you're kind of showing your hand a bit. Like, you're showing, like, remember, divorce reveals true character. And in divorce, I'm telling you from experience, no one cares about that. Character, morals, that shit go out the window for what, $5,000 a month or whatever support she's seeking. Doesn't matter. And that's why I want to know, like, what does her father think about this? Is he a father that always just gives his daughter what she wants no matter what? Does he ever tell her daughter no? Does he ever say, hey, Sammy, you're wrong for this, I can't support it? Like, what type of father is, Sammy? And I'm not trying to attack him or anything like that. I'm just curious. Like, I want to hear the story from everyone involved. I want to hear the story from Mr. Cow's parents, because it's rumored that they never really cared for her. But anyway, the holding and hearing would only be applicable in this case as it relates to petitioner, since she is the only party who has pleadings on file claiming that there is a marriage, and would only be germane if she argued that it was not sufficient evidence of the existence of marriage for the trial court to enter orders. Conclusion: the case law maker is clear that at a minimum, the petitioner must make a showing of prima facie case of the existence of an informal marriage in order to be entitled to temporary support and interim attorney fees. Petitioner has wholly failed to bring forward enough evidence that the parties hold themselves out as husband and wife in the state of Texas to establish prima facie case that a common law marriage existed. As a result, it would be reversible error for the trial court to grant petitioner requests to be ordered to pay temporary support and interim attorney fees. Thus, her request should be denied. And you like, Henry, is she going to get the temporary orders? Is she going to get money? And my answer is going to piss you guys off. But I will tell you why my answer is going to piss you off. All right, so that's over because I got proof. Let me bring up the proof. I got to find it. Look, I had everything mapped out and then boom. Okay. Here is the proof. You like, Henry, she's not gonna get money, right? And I'm like, dude, she's about to get money. It's gonna piss y'all off. Now, I hope she don't get the money because it's just unfortunate. But let's share this window present, share screen. You like, Henry, what the hell are you about to show us? And I'm about to show you right here. This is why she may get money. You see this? What is this, guys? What is this? You remember this? You guys remember this? You remember this? What is this? This is the bet that he made on the World Cup. And what is this? This is $500,000 that he lost in one day. And you mean to tell me you're getting divorced, mid-divorce, you drop $500,000 on a game, you lose it, and you don't want her to get you don't want her to get spousal support or interim fees?
Nope.
And this is what the judge has to look into. House money, it don't matter. It don't matter if it's house money, fake internet money, and count. Is it? Is it? Are you going to convince the judge that it's fake internet money? Are you going to convince her that it's fake internet money? And this is what the judge has to look at. So there is a possibility that she could pay. Now let's go back to this. Let me stop the screen. Because remember, guys, the ability for one to pay is a factor in determining temporary spousal support. So there is that component. But let's go back to Rule Agreement 11. So I think there is hope. I think there is hope. And let's go to, let me share this screen. How am I doing, guys? Am I doing good? Am I doing good covering this content for you? If I'm doing good, do me a favor. You know what I'm about to ask you guys. You know what I'm about to ask you. If you know what I'm about to ask you, put it in the chat. Am I doing good? Y'all like this content? Like no one has it. No one even digs for it. But let me share the screen with you guys real quick. Yeah, like the stream. That's all I ask. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all spending y'all night with me. There we go. Sure. All right. This is where we at. Rule 11 agreement. I think we have hope. I think we have some serious hope, guys. I like your cut, G. Oh, thanks. This is the LeBron James. I told my barber, like, yo, give me the LeBron James. It was like, all right, I got you with the LeBron James. Beard looking a little fuller, hairline looking a little fuller, all that good stuff. So shout out to LeBron. But if we just get 5 more people to like the chat, and I'll explain this real quick, and we'll show you what Rule 11 looks like. Because I did bring it up. I know I did. Let me find it. All right, there we go. There's a Rule 11 agreement. There we go. All right. So we have 77,000 on YouTube watching. I appreciate y'all. And we almost got the same amount on Twitch. Let's go. Let's go. And what does Sheldon Ross say? Like, look, this whole thing is sick. But I like CGA said, cohabitation, low. Oh, this Coach Gang member right here. Sheldon Ross, Coach Gang. All right. This whole thing is sick. But like CJ said, no cohabitation, guys. This is definitely going to help Red Pill a ton of men, though. Yes, Sheldon Ross is right. And if you part of Coach Gang, you know me, you know Sheldon Ross. Coach Gang teaches this, one of the tenets of the free agent lifestyle, if you will. No cohabitation, no kids out of wedlock. And what's the other one? No long-term relationships. But that's, that works for some people. It may not work for Mr. Cow because he might like he might like a woman, involved. And he may want to, clap some cheeks while he was in Canada, and now it's costing him. So let's go over this, guys. Rule 11 agreement. This is why I say there could be hope. All right. So what is Rule 11? Remember, there was a Rule 11 agreement back here, and I have this Rule 11 agreement. And we're going to look at that. I don't have this one yet. And the case has yet to been sealed. Now, I thoroughly anticipated getting sealed, and that's just what we're going to have to do. But let's look at this Rule 11 agreement. Where we at? What the fuck? What's this? What is this? I swear, if they use me holding up a hammer, as if they use me holding up the hammer as it, but I use it like as in Mr. Cow is, you know, getting robbed by the lawyer. But hey, got to keep them hammers tucked. Shout out to my daughter. Hey, look, I swear to God, y'all, I miss my daughter. It's just part of being a dad. All right. So Rule 11 agreement, right? This is why I think there's hope. Because a Rule 11 agreement is basically both parties get to submit evidence. So what I'm thinking happened, what I'm hoping happened, what we all hope happened, this is between both parties. So pursuant to Rule 11 of Texas Civil Procedure, Sammy, petitioner by through her attorney of record, and Mr. Cow responded by through his attorney of record, the extension of the deadline for initial disclosures. The parties agreed to extend the deadline to exchange initial disclosures required by Rule 194 and 195 to extend to January 31st. So this new Rule 11 agreement, I'm hoping is the same thing, but it's for temporary support. I'm hoping the judge is like, look, man, you're doing a lot, Sammy's lawyer. You're doing so much to try to keep Mr. Cow from testifying, keep Mr. Cow from showing evidence. You're trying so hard to get this temporary spousal support for Sammy. You're trying so hard to get the interim attorney fees for yourself. And it's unfortunate that you would go to these levels to try to use the law to your advantage and to Mr. Cow's disadvantage. I understand it, but we're going to try to make it fair. So what's going to happen is the judge is going to try to make a ruling that both people are unhappy about, right? Where here's the thing, though. Even in my case, the judge made a ruling that both people were unhappy about. My ex-wife she wanted me to pay her $10,000 credit card debt. And she wanted roughly like $1,500 a month from me on top of me paying the debt. And the judge was like, we're not going to give her that much. We're going to give her $1,000 a month or something like that. We're not going to give her everything she wants, but she's going to get something. So in that case, I hope I'm wrong, that Mr. Cow may have to give her attorney fees and support. Now I'm hoping if she is awarded attorney fees and support, it's such a small amount, like maybe $1,000 a month. But even $1,000 a month is a lot. Okay. And has someone brought up Adept's comments during the Johnny Depp trial? Speaking of Johnny Depp, right? Let me share this with you guys because I looked it up. I was going to play it as the opener. And I was like, this is what happens when you go through a divorce and they like, hey, he can't say anything. And you feel like it's bad. Like Mr. Cow is probably at his lowest of lows right now. Think about it, guys. You're going through a divorce. Trust me, for me, divorce is the hardest thing in my life I've ever experienced. And I'm not a millionaire. Mr. Cow is a millionaire, and he's very vocal on his platform. Let me go bigger. This is Mr. Cow's probably biggest challenge in his life, per se. He's very vocal on his platform about what he's going through, what he's surviving, all that good stuff. I'm a very open person just from my limited interactions. And now he can't even say anything about what's going on with him the worst. Like this is the lowest of his low, and he can't share it. He was live 24 hours yesterday also. Yeah, he was live, man. I was watching him play Hogwarts, but he can't say anything. And she doesn't want him to say anything. And now she doesn't want these records to come out to see that, hey, this is what's happening. And I don't want no harm to come to her or to him, but this is the clip that remember, Amber Heard didn't want this to come out. So I want to know what evidence Mr. Cow has. Like, I'm really hoping it gets sealed after he presents the evidence so we can have access to it. Like, hey, this is what he's using to say we're not married. But this is what Amber Heard didn't want anyone to hear.
Sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be.
You hear this? She didn't want this to get out that she was hitting him and not punching him. Like, what's the difference, right? This shit is wild. Like these divorce hearings, and she didn't want people to know she got $7 million. Let's keep it going.
You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not deck you. I was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but your fine. I did not hurt you. I
Can
did
you
not
hear
punch
this?
you. I was hitting you.
How are you?
I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a baby. You are such a baby.
Like, look at this.
Grow the up,
Did you start
Johnny.
physical fights?
I did start a physical
Yeah,
fight.
you did. So I had to
Because
get the fuck out of there.
Look
I'm
at this.
sorry that I did.
You see this? This is what happens. Like, yeah, if you reverse roles, Johnny Depp would be in jail right now. He would never be in the movie. He would be all his movies will be pulled off Netflix, every streaming platform you could think of. All his movies would be gone. But her movies, no. She might get another movie deal. And there was another thing that she didn't want to get out. Where I'm like, yo, what? What? You mean to tell me like this is what they do? They will silence you. In whatchamacallit, and the stream is almost over. Give me a second, make sure y'all like it. But let's play this. This is how it goes. This is how it goes, guys.
Team. I did not put this anywhere. I didn't. Let me talk to the fucking team. I did not call the cops. IO called the
Like, imagine if he didn't have the recordings. Like, imagine if Mr. Cow didn't have evidence to support that they were not married.
cops. You told IO to call the cops.
I did not call the cops, and I did not give them any statement when they came. I've been trying to protect you.
You told IO to call the cops.
Like, this is
This
reprehensible, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry because the last time that it got crazy between us, I really did think I was going to lose my life, and I thought you would do it on accident.
Look at her. Now, look. Imagine if he doesn't have this recording. Now, she's about to say some way outlandish stuff. And some people saying irrelevant. Like, no, this is relevant. This is how it goes, guys. This is where, remember, Mr. Cow can't talk about any of this. So imagine if he has a recording of Sammy saying, we were never married. I'm just using you to get money. Imagine if he had a recording saying that. And they like, you can't use that. You can't put that in the trial. Imagine her lawyer saying that. But he like super lawyer, like, I got the record. I got her admitting that she's only doing this for money. What are we at? Where are we at? I got her saying that if I don't give her X amount of dollars, she's gonna divorce me. Like, what if he has something like that? I'm saying hypothetical. I don't think he has, but let's keep going and then we'll talk a little bit and then we out.
I said, oh my God, I thought the first time.
Amber, I lost a fucking finger, man. Come on. I had a fucking a mineral can, a jar of mineral spirits thrown at my nose.
Look at this. She said it was a fair fight. He lost the tip of his finger and it's a fair fight. What if Mr. Cow has some type of tape like this? What if he has a stream like this?
Jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence. And
Yes.
I know it's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
Wow.
It doesn't matter.
Look, she's banking on the fact that he says I'm a man. Oh, the sound is low. Look, the sound is up as much as I possibly can.
Fair fight, my ass.
Exactly. Because you're
Let it play.
All right, so basically she was like, look, man, who's going to believe that you were a victim of abuse? You're Johnny Depp. And look, man, we got to, do I got any more super chats? Let me check the super chat. Let me check the chat. Let me check the, I think I got a Cash App. Oh, shout out to Brandon L Jett with the cat. Hold on. With the Cash App. What did he say? Let's see how it works. Thank you, Brandon L Jett. Let me put some more respect on his name, man. Shout out to Brandon L Jett, man. Appreciate you. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it worked, man. I appreciate Brandon L Jett, man. And he is the sponsor of tonight's show. Let's see. Any question, guys? So I think she's going to get awarded something. How's my sound? Am I sound good? Is we still good? We still up? Like the stream on the way out. I'll stick around for about 5 minutes for questions. You got a question? Just drop it in the chat. Sound is fine. All right. Jew Gotti. What the hell? How do y'all come up with these names? Oh my goodness. So how did I do, guys? Can you see your headphone dent? I don't even know. Y'all be trolling me. What do you think about the 2 clips I emailed you? I gotta watch them. I gotta watch the clips you emailed. So questions, guys. How long does spousal support last? Spousal support lasts until the end of the case. Here we go, right here. How long does spousal support last? It will last to the end of the case. So if she gets awarded spousal support, now you just stretch it out. Do you think that there was another reason why Super Lawyer wanted it bifurcated to decide if they were married first and not provide spousal support? You want it bifurcated. You don't want to go straight to a divorce. You don't want to go straight to a divorce case, because you're going straight to a divorce case. You're acknowledging that you're married. So you want it bifurcated. Hey, I want to know first, are we married? And two, can we separate common property? So that's why you want it bifurcated. And Eternal Journey, he's following. That's an excellent question. If I did 10 out of 10, like the stream on the way out, guys. How long does the whole court thing last before it's all over? So probably about a year. It can last up to a year. So here's the thing. And if you still hear it, stick around. I'll let you know. If she denies spousal support and attorney fees, this case may be over. I kid you not, because this is so pivotal in this case. Because if she denies spousal support and attorney fees, if I'm the super attorney, I just bombard her with motion, racking up lawyer fees. And what will happen is her lawyer may drop the case. You're not going to represent her if you're not getting paid. So this could be a Hail Mary, or her parents will have to fund the case. So that's why this is so important. This is such a big decision in this case, because he definitely has the resources, Mr. Cow, to be more litigious and it seems like the more litigious person is Sammy, and she's filed all these motions, all the requests. But if she does not get lawyer fees, I think the case will get dropped or settled. The lawyer be like, look, my rate is expensive, and if you're not paying me, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna have to drop you as a client, because the retainer is probably already gone at this point. All those motions she filed, I mean, I could probably find out the retainer, but I'm not gonna do it. There's an easy way you can find out the retainer for the case, and usually, like, for a divorce case that's potentially gonna be litigated in my state, for a decent lawyer, not a super lawyer, you're looking at about a $10,000 retainer. And for Mr. Cow, that's probably nothing. But think about Sammy saying, "Hey, I'm divorcing Mr. Cow, who made a $500,000 bet." And he like, a $500,000 bet? A $500,000 bet. Okay, I could take the case. Because he has nothing to lose. If she wins, she has nothing to lose. She could become a millionaire. And I was talking to my sister, who makes great money. She's phenomenal. That 10K monthly was just me throwing out some stuff. Let's go here with this question. If it goes to trial, who is the burden of truth on? Are they married? Sammy. She has to prove they're married. It'd be on Sammy. They said that in some earlier court docs. Do you think she'll be awarded anything substantial out of this? She might get the temporary support, guys, because of the $500,000 bet that he made. So he has the ability to pay. What is Shawshank Redemption? Beginning of this one or the first stream? The first stream is so raw. If I wouldn't have got clipped on the first stream, we would have had probably like 2-3 million people in here, because we was already at like 1.2 early. And then so when the stream got clipped, people left and didn't come back, and then new people came. He spent 10K on FIFA points. Any more questions, guys? She still keeps the cards, right? I'm not sure. Depends on if she's on the title. The reason I think she got the cards is because they were in her possession. They were not in Mr. Cow's possession. So who was her witnesses? Her mom, the housekeeper, and herself. Any more questions? Why am I getting deja vu? Hopefully. The old clips were of him saying he would never get married. I don't think that's gonna hold up in court. When is the case over? It's ongoing, man. It can go for a while. It can go for months. Just like the stream on the way out. Emails. Yeah, emails can be used if you have them. Should I check the offline chat? Is it still buzzing? How many people is in the offline chat? How long does typically alimony last? She's looking for temporary support. If they were to truly get divorced, I don't think she'll get any alimony. Temporary support and alimony are different. I pay temporary alimony, and that's just to help my wife basically pay for the case to take my money. And she's looking for permanent alimony for at least 2 years after the divorce is finalized, based on because I was married for 6 years, but she's trying to stretch it to 9 and then get 3 years of alimony. So anyway, so I don't think she'll get alimony because of that. How was my day? It was stressful. When I got clipped, I was pissed off because I'm a new streamer. So most people don't know me. So when I get clipped, I lose momentum. And then people make like, oh, I saw that Henry Resilient streaming guy. And he sucks, man. His internet is trash. And I'm like, dude, I got the highest. Any fresh clips you got to show us as far as proof? No. I have to check my email. People have been sending me proof, but I haven't been checking it because, dude, I got so much going on in life. I do this out the labor of love. I mean, y'all want to see how much money I make off these videos? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see how much money I make off these streaming videos. Put a 1 in the chat. I'll show you. What do we got? Okay, LAJ. Look at all the ones. There's a clip of when they broke up that he went on anti-marriage rant. Juicers find it, Mr. Chair Era. Okay, so people want to know how much money I make off these streams. All right, I'll show you my most viewed stream. Let me make sure I'm not showing y'all nothing now. Because y'all like, I want to see how much money Henry makes. So look, when she come for me, right? When she come for my money, like Henry's making so much. Look at Brandon L Jett. Brandon L Jett, he pocket watching, like, yo, how much money are you making off these streams? And hey, shout out to you, Brandon L Jett, for the $10 cash app. Thanks for sticking around. I'll show you guys. Let me pull it up. Let me go to the live stream. I'll go to my most watched live stream. I'll go to my most watched live stream. And I'll show you the analytics. Because y'all gonna be like, yo, he must be making bank. He must be making bank. I think I got one with like 160,000 views. We're gonna go to this one. We're gonna go to analytics. All right, so here we go. Y'all ready for this? All right, now don't clip me now. Y'all gonna clip it. Like, look at this rich ass streamer right here. All right, let's play a little game. 162,000 views on the live stream. How much money do you think I made? 162,000 views. 400? Someone said 420? 150, 75. Oh, 400. Ooh, 80. 1,000. Holy. Y'all think I'm rich. Y'all think I'm rich. Woo. I'll show you, then I'll explain it to you. I don't know if you guys are thinking about becoming content creators. I'll show you, and I'll show you I'll show it to you right now. All right, let's share this screen. Someone said 0. All right, guys. We cool. We family up in here. So here we go. There we go. You see it? You see it? Do you see it? A whopping $31.33. I'm being subpoenaed for half the stuff in my clips, your video. Hey, screenshots. So y'all like, yo, he making bank. I'm not. And I can tell you why. I said 30 so close. Y'all want me to make it bigger for y'all so y'all can see, like, yo, how in the hell he... Y'all probably like...
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
You see it?
Boy, ain't no way.
I know, right? That didn't include Cash App or Super Chats. Yeah, that includes Cash App or Super Chats. Let's see. I'm under the revenue stream. Here's why. Because this right here of the live stream, someone to clip it on Reddit and they'll view that thing like 1 million times. But there we go, guys. There we go. So I appreciate all the supporters, all the Cash Appers, all the Super Chat. Shout out to Brandon L Jett for being a sponsor. If we got no more questions, I got 2 minutes. Hail Mary me a question, like the stream on the way out. And what do you do for a full-time job? I'm an executive. I got a board meeting in the morning. Small company, small organization. I got a board meeting in the morning in about 9 hours. That's why I'm haircut. I'll probably dress up tomorrow. I don't have to present anything. So I'm good. I used to be an investigator and then I just worked my way up. So if you want to work your way up in corporate America, I could tell you how. But it's nothing glamorous about it. Like, trust me, if I could do this every day and not be an executive, I would. You can say I'm like a vice president of something. How can the Canadian airline be evidence? Because she said in Texas that they were married. That they were married in Texas. All right. How long is your left pinky toe? That's the last question. Hey, shout out to the juicers, man. Shout out to y'all for rocking with me. Shout out for y'all for supporting. Like the stream on the way out. What should I leave y'all with? Y'all want mukitty or y'all want like the classic juicer stuff? Or y'all want Adept's Lawyer? Adept's Lawyer seems like to be a popular. xQCOW, yeah, xQCOW. Check offline chat. What's an offline chat, guys? The stream's over. We just chilling, by the way. I'll check it right now. Chatterino, let's bring it up. How many people in the offline chat? Where we at? Y'all want to see offline chat? All right. Give me a second. I'll share it with you guys because I know how to do it now. It's weird. It's weird that I'm learning how to stream, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Y'all want to see offline chat? Give me a second. Let me stop that. Present, share screen, window, Chatterino. All right, there's offline chat. Uh-oh. Gotta put it over here because actually, no, let's put it right here. And then, oh man, it's screwing me over. They taking advantage. All right, let's make it bigger. All right, so this is my chat. So shout out to everybody over here. xQCOW. I'm learning this, guys. I'm learning it as we go. Offline chat is going crazy. Henry Resilient. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate the juicers. I don't know if I got any Adept fans up in here. That would be wild if I do. And people are probably like,
How dare you?
How dare I share this? It's public information. Hopefully you guys are learning something. Show her offline chat. I would do no such thing. I would do no such thing. Y'all trying to get me. I don't think she likes me, which is unfortunate because I have nothing against her. I got nothing against Mr. Cow. If Mr. Cow is found to be married, I'll be pissed off. But anyway, guys, it's late. I gotta prepare for the meeting. Even though I'm not presenting, and I'm gonna leave y'all with Mr. Cow's. I'll leave y'all with this. Some people said this is y'all favorite clip, but anyway, thank you guys for all y'all support. Like the stream on the way out, and I'll see you in the next live. Peace.
Oh, I cry.